Hi everyone, and welcome back to Cloudway Academy. So today we are going to discuss one of the most critical and frequently asked topic in data warehousing called slowly changing dimensions, commonly known as a SCD. So this topic is extremely important if you are learning data warehousing, working with SQL, SSIS, Azure, or ETL tools, or if you're going for preparing for data engineering and BI related interviews. So, in this session, we will not only understand the theory but also how SCD work in real business project we have discussed here. So, so today our agenda we can understand the data warehousing concept, and then we understand what are the dimension, what are the facts, and why slowly changing dimension are required, and what are the business problems solved by SCD, and type of SCD type 0 to type 6. Okay, so and also real time business scenarios. Go through with that high level step by step demo explanation, and then we discuss important interview questions. So before understanding the SCD, we must clearly understand the data warehouse. So first question in our mind, what is data warehousing? So a data warehouse is a central system used for analytics, reporting, dashboard, and it stores business data in a specific model. Fact and there are two types of thing: fact table and dimension table. Okay, so it means it stores business data in a specific model. One is fact table, another is dimension table. So in short term, like fact table is store numeric measurable data, and dimension table store descriptive attributes. And in other words, we can say that fact is how much, and dimension who, what, where, when. Okay, so this is the basic difference of our fact table and dimension table. It means in fact store measurable values, and in dimension we store descriptive data. Now go through with the what is dimension. So before understanding SCD, we must clearly understand what a dimension is. Okay, so our dimension table provide descriptive information about business data, for example, customer, product, employee, and location and time. So these are the dimension data. So for example, we have a I'm talking about particularly customer dimension. So in customer dimension, what are the attributes are here, like customer ID, name, city, and gender. Okay, it means we have provided a context here for customer. So and same thing we for go for the product also, product ID, product name, product category, and product price. Okay, so this is an example for customer and product. Next thing, if we talking about fact, so fact table store numerical data such as sales amount or quantity. Okay, and if talking about profits, so these are the fact table. And fact table content foreign key to dimensions. So basically, fact tell us how much, dimension tell us detail. Okay, now we understand the fact thing with the examples. So if I'm talking about a sales related fact table, so here what are the key points, key attributes? Date. uh, Here we have a foreign key taken from the date, customer, product, and amount. It means if we required a sales data, so we have taken data from the customer key, we have taken data from the product key, and based on that we have getting the sales. Next thing is, why do we need SCD? So before that we understand the business problem. Okay, so in operational system, we can call it OLTP. So data is usually updated or overwritten. So however, a data warehouse is designed for historical analysis. So for example, in at a screen you can see that a customer living in a city. Okay, and same customer move to another city. It means the here, if you go through with the term, in first term customer has changed the city. Okay, and in second term customer moved the city. Okay, so now the business want to know what are the sales when the customer was living in that particular city. So if we override the city, we lose the whole historical accuracy. So in data warehousing, preserving history is more important than storing only the current data. In simple word, we can understand the CD concept. A slowly changing dimension is dimension in which attribute values change over time, and we must define how those changes are handled and stored. So the decision depend on business requirement. Now understand like what type of uh, so before moving to type of SCD, we can go back with our city example. So what are the things we have capturing here? Like today's city, in which city that person is available, city during past purchase, city history over time. Okay, so that's why we use SCD in a simple term. Now understand the how SCD work with the fact and dimension together. So we can understand before type, we can understand this step by step. So for example, I can show you with some data. So for example, we have a customer A. So this customer A buy a laptop. Okay. So this customer A buy a laptop, and this will become a record of fact sales. Okay. So this will become a fact sales. But the fact sales need a foreign key to dimension. What are the keys? First, we require customer key because there are n number of customers in future, like customer A buy a laptop, customer B sell mouse. Okay, sorry, customer C B by mouse. Okay, so we have getting uh, customer information. So in fact cells we have stored three types of information. First, we have stored customer key to capturing customer records. Okay, then what product? It means these are the customer list. This is the product dimension. So these are the dimension, customer dimension, product dimension. Okay. So next need for foreign key to dimension, product key. I can zoom it so you can understand better. So these are our, this is our dimension. This is a second dimension. Okay. So here we have getting the customer dimension, product dimension, on which date. There is a one date dimension also. It means today, 17th Jan, customer repurchase laptop. Then 15th Jan, customer B was buy a mouse. Okay. So here we have another dimension we have added here, date. Okay. So this is our step one. So in step one, we have identified the business transaction. Okay. That means we have identified the business transaction. Now second thing is, once we have identified the business transaction, then we look up dimension record. Okay. So this is our step two, where we look up dimension. So in step two, what we have doing. So when a sales transaction is comes in our picture, okay. So check if customer exists in our customer dimension. So this is our customer. dimension cust_team. Okay, so first we check like I can understand. So first we check into customer, like we have getting a customer A, we have getting that, like yes, this customer is part of here. So if this customer is not part of here, like we have getting new customer C. So in that case, we have insert C here in our customer dimension data. Okay. And if we have getting the customer A is here, so we have checked the like, is there thing required the change like here, because in customer dimension, like a customer there, we can say that name, comma, city, comma, region. Okay. Okay. So there is where this is where SCD logic applies. Okay. So we have getting two things. We have identified the business transaction. We have identified the lookup dimension records. Then we apply what SCD type. Okay. So here is, I can mention step 3. Apply SCD type. So let's say customer city change. Okay. So you can understand this better way. Let's you can consider like customer city has been changed. Okay. So old city is like US and new city is UK. Okay. It means you can say that in a country way. So it is US country. So now change as a UK. Or if talking about city, so you take the example of Bangalore, Hyderabad. So in old city is Bangalore. Now customer is moved to Hyderabad. Okay. So what happened here in a city type? If we using the city type, so first we understand what are the things are. In a CD type 0, no changes. A CD type 1, we have override the data. Type 2, full history we have maintaining. Type 3, limited history. Type 4, history table. We have created a separate table for history, and type 6 for hybrid. So now we can go through more detail. So in a CD type, so it means type 1 we have choose here. Okay. In type 1, what happened? We just change like old city is UK and new city is UK. Sorry, old city is US Old country is US and now changes UK. So we have just changed here UK. So here no history is saved here. Past sale, what are the past sales appear with the new city? It means we have here we have not maintaining any history. Okay. Now if I'm talking about if we choose SCD type 2. Okay. So in SCD type 2 what happened? Two record exist in a customer dimension. What are the two records? Here we have if we choose SCD type 2, so we have getting two records. US, it means we have getting a two row for same person. It means user A is there, customer A is here with US city, B customer A with UK city. It means we have getting a two records. In other way, I can show you an example. Like this is a customer key is here, customer ID is there, name and city. City or we can say that country. So it is not getting confusion. So first row, customer ID is like C100, name is A, country is US. Okay, this is our previous record, or we can say that old record. Now, no new record is we have customer key as a 2, customer ID same C100, getting a name also same, but country has been changed as a UK. So this is the example of SCD2. Okay. So how does this impact fact table? Old sales point to key is equal to 1, okay, and new sales point to key is equal to 2. So you can now report sales when customer lived in US and sales after customer moved to UK. So this is why SCD type is most used. Now we understand SCD type 3. Okay. So in SCD type 3, only change is stored. Only change is stored. It means we have a customer data here. Like for example, SCD type 3 here. Okay. Current city and previous city. It means we have a same data. So we can say that like current country previous country. Current country is UK and previous country is US. So this is example of SCD type 3. So it means in SCD type 3 only last change is stored. So now we can go through one by one. So dimension basically descriptive data. For example, this has a customer have name, city, region. Okay, so this is the descriptive data. Same for the product. We have a product name, product price, and product type. Okay, so this is a descriptive data. That's why we called as a dimension table. So this is the example of dimension table. This is date is example of dimension table. This product table is also dimension table. Next thing is fact table. So fact is basically measurable data, like what are the sales, what are the quantity. So in that scenario, we can say that sales. Okay. Then next thing we have how dimension handle the change over time in SCD type. One, here we have not maintaining any history. We have just go through with that. In SCD type 2, we have new row, full history, most used. Okay. And in SCD type 3, new column, limited history. It means we have created a new column. So I think it help you to understand more. So now we discuss. Now we move to our other SCD types like 4 and 5. Sorry, 4 and 6. So in type 4, separation history table. It means we have create a CUST underscore history. Okay. So here we have maintaining the history records. It means we have a customer ID with this. This is our old data. So we have moved to that data into our history table. Okay. And if talking about hybrid approach, so in hybrid approach, we have this is a combination of type 1 plus 2 and 3. So in hybrid, I can remove. So in hybrid, we have combined first, second, third. So these type are typically used in a large enterprise data warehouses. So in next video, we can go through with the create a SSIS pipeline for that, and there we have discussed more on that. Okay, so now let's move to